which event do we have the best chance come the World Championships, and adjust your personnel accordingly at these World Athletics Relays.
Full field in this mixed 4x400 meter relays final is Ireland, Belgium, Great Britain, the United States, Australia, South Africa, Kenya, and Poland. Looking into the call room there are the women's 4x1 meter finalists. Jamaica looking for a strong performance, anchored by Shericka Jackson. The Americans are there with T.T. Terry leading that great U.S. group. That race is coming up in just a bit.
And this should be a very close race. We have two teams that ran just about the same time, 3:11 in the heats, the U.S. and Belgium. But then you have a couple 3:12 teams as well in Ireland and Australia, which ran 3:13 to win their heat. So this is not expected to be a race where one team or two teams pull ahead with a big gap to everybody else. It should be very competitive all the way through the anchor leg.
Let's talk strategy and lineup construction for the United States. The same foursome that got them here yesterday, but flip the order that the men are running. Johnny Blockberger led them off, and Chris Robinson ran the third leg yesterday. Flip today, Chris Robinson's going to run the first leg. Johnny Blockberger the third leg with Courtney Okolo and Lena Irby-Jackson in their same spots. Leg 2 for Okolo and leg 4 for Jackson.
Yeah, Chris Robinson has been showing a real knack for finishing very strongly for the United States, and I think that warranted his movement from third to first. Blockberger ran a standout first leg in qualifying. Okolo, I thought, gave up a little bit of the lead yesterday, so she'll be trying to avoid that today. And Lena Irby-Jackson had such a lead yesterday that she was never really challenged on that anchor. She is going to be called upon to have to defend the position today. We'll see where the U.S. is when Lena Irby-Jackson gets it on anchor. They're the Brits in 7.
Here is Team USA in the final of the mixed 4x400 meters at World Athletics Relays. The order is Robinson, Okolo, Blockberger, and Irby-Jackson as Team USA looks for a gold medal here. It's first of this year's World Athletics Relays. And overall, the history of the event, the Americans have dominated with 26 gold medals at World Athletics Relays. Next closest is Jamaica with 5. There's Australia in lane 5.
Australian 5 ran an oceanic record 3:12.34 to finish second in their heat. They've never competed in this event at the Olympic Games, which has only been in the Olympics for one Olympics. That was Paris, as we the South Africa in 4.
South Africa there in 4, anchored by Hannah Van Niekerk. No relation to the world record holder Wade Van Niekerk. Kenya is in lane number 3. Their anchor will be Mercy Akdona Optech. Led off by David Caprente.
They were third in their heat and got into this final on time. And then the Tokyo 2021 Olympic champions. I said the mixed relay has only been around for one Olympics. It's been around for 2. Poland won in Tokyo, and then of course the Netherlands won last year in Paris. So Poland will be on the inside in 2. They were Olympic champions in Tokyo, as I said, and they were 7th last summer in Paris. The United States has the world record in this event, 3:07.41, set in the heats, and they were silver medalists in the final last summer in Paris. As we look now at Chris Robinson, who will lead off the Americans.
The Netherlands won gold at the Olympics last year. Femke Bol, the phenomenal 400-meter hurdler, had an epic anchor leg to overtake the United States and take that gold medal spot. The Netherlands not in the final this year at World Athletics Relays. 24-year-old Chris Robinson out of Tallahassee, Florida will lead things off for the United States. Robinson's having a heck of a year as he's off in lane number 6. Ran 44:15 earlier in the month. Second fastest 400-meter time in the world so far this season.
And that's Luke Van Ranningen, who is leading off for Australia, just behind the United States in green. You see Belgium and Watrin moving up nicely on this far turn. So the teams on the outside kind of separating just a little bit. Ireland, Belgium, and Great Britain. And of course the United States in the lead.
See if Robinson can finish this off, but he has obliterated the stagger on all three teams to his outside. Ireland getting a bit of a surge back in from Jack Rafferty, but Chris Robinson, that is doing the job on the opening leg, makes the handoff sub 45 seconds and gets it to Courtney Okolo, who was a Rio Olympic gold medalist in the 4x4 now 9 years ago.
Yeah, an awkward exchange there for Okolo and the United States. And that's why you see Australia kind of pulling ahead now. So Okolo now has to defend second. As the Kenyans come into view, that's Okech in third.
Australia's Ellie Beer out in front. Okolo trying to chase her down. Kenya in third, Belgium in fourth. Great Britain is back in fifth.
So Johnny Blockberger waiting on third for the United States is going to get a chance to do his thing on third leg, but the Australians continuing to hold the lead. The United States in second. Kenya will hand off third.
And they're three wide coming around the bend here on the third leg. Johnny Blockberger, the 22-year-old former USC Trojan and three-time Pac-12 champ, will have to go from third here. Australia leading and Kenya getting a surge from Brian Onyari Tenega, who takes over the lead. Blockberger has comfortably moved right up to the shoulder of Australia and now moves into the lead as Blockberger keeps on going.
If you're a USC Trojan fan, you've already seen this numerous times at the collegiate level. The Pac-12 champion from last year in Boulder, Colorado, has run a brilliant third leg, and now he will hand off to Lena Irby-Jackson with about a 5-meter cushion.
Blockberger was third after the exchange. He opens up a cushion here for Lena Irby-Jackson, a U.S. Olympian, and Irby-Jackson has accelerated out the opening turn and opened up a big lead to Australia. Kenya's back in third.
So that's Bull, who is chasing for Australia. But so far, Lena Irby-Jackson has extended that lead. She's not giving any of it back. Kenya's in third.
That was close to the midway point, but this has been a dominant back half. It was Blockberger on leg 3, and now Lena Irby-Jackson on the anchor leg.